Greetings, dear viewers, if there's anyone out there. I'm doing this mini fundraiser. It's just a short little recording, and it's for Precious Moments, okay? Some of you know that she's in a very difficult situation right now. And I'm just trying to help out the best that I can. So let's see what we can do here. I'm not in the strongest position to do this stuff. I don't normally do these things, but I feel I want to try. I want to try to do something. So, excuse me. So right now, this has been going on for quite some time, basically since the lockdown and the mandates have been going on. Trinity Ann is her name, and when she's in the chat, it shows up as Precious Moments. She's a very hello necessary. Trinity is a very caring nurse professional in Edmonton, Canada. Right now it's still very cold up there. I'm down here in Las Vegas where it seems to be skipping through spring and going straight into summer. The deadly heat is just crippling. But then again, Precious knows about the deadly cold. That was crippling too. What happened is that during the lockdown and the mandates, as you know, a lot of countries did a lot of things to do what they could to so-called protect their people. And every country did its own thing in its own way. America did its thing, New Zealand, China, parts of Africa, everywhere in the world did their thing. And in Canada, they were very, I would say, authoritarian about the whole process. And the federal government decided to become very, hello. Yeah, I sort of tried that necessary. I tried to set up a Zoom meeting with her to do that, but maybe we can do that again in the very near future. I'm doing this spontaneously off the top of my head. It's just going to be a pretty short thing. What I'm going to be doing here, okay, necessary, is I'm going to put down an email address where people can help, and it's going to be done through the Zelle money system. I'll show you in a minute, okay? So, anyway, just very briefly, Canada was hit pretty bad, and the lockdowns ruined a lot of people's lives, including Precious Moments. And Precious happens to be one of those people who was very unwilling to take that injection because she's in the healthcare profession, and she had extreme doubts about the genuine nature of this injection. So she was exercising her rights. Sadly, that backfired on her very badly. And after a while, she was no longer allowed to return to her nursing profession. And things started to go downhill very quickly for her. Precious has 3 young little kids, and one of them is very seriously disabled from a very nasty car wreck. Anyway, without that income from her career and profession, obviously things got very challenging. But on top of that, what really broke things down for her was the weather. It got so cold that her accommodations started to fall apart. There were frozen pipes and burst pipes, And you can't function in a house like that because there's no water, and whatever water you do have, it's coming through broken pipes if it gets there at all, and so on. Yes, no necessary. I do see your notes there. You're absolutely right. What I'm hoping, I'm going to do another one of these because I don't see an immediate instant solution to the situation for Precious. I'm just trying to, generate a little bit of interest and some momentum. But yeah, I should set something up with Precious, and that will be a different presentation because I can't really do that live in the way that I'd like to. I can do that live with Precious, and then that would be a recording, and then I would load it onto YouTube, and then we could go from there. But that's another day. Absolutely, for sure necessary. You're totally right. Anyway, it's been a few weeks now since the burst pipes back in February, and then housing inspectors came in and they found the whole place was riddled with black mold, which is really nasty stuff. You don't know it's there until you start getting really sick, and it's basically like a fungus, and it gets into the air, it gets onto the surfaces, it gets onto everywhere. And so she was forced to leave her dwelling, and she was moved into a shelter over there in Edmonton, Canada. Now this is in the depth of winter, so she is now totally at the mercy of the state, of the city of Edmonton. So she has shelter, but pretty much everything else is gone. She can't go back to the apartment, and the apartment owners are in deep trouble for not doing proper maintenance, but they're also being very resistant, even though there's pressure from the local courts to force the owner to do the repairs. Apparently the laws are a bit different in Canada to the United States. However that works out, in America the owners might have been forced to do immediate repairs and rehouse the tenant. But this Canadian owner seems to be a nasty piece of work, and he's doing everything he can to avoid any kind of liability. He's a total derelict, and so the net result is that Precious Moments is in deep doo-doo. And a few weeks ago, we got a little bit of fundraising, going on. And there are a few ways to do it, so I'm just going to demark that now on the stage, so just bear with me. Okay? Precious, if you're out there and you catch this, we need to arrange a one-on-one Zoom where we can chat and everybody can get to know you, get to meet you, and see if that will help as well. But for now, this is just going to be a very quick like a public announcement. What do they call it? PSA, public service announcement type of video, just to bring people into awareness about the situation. Okay. So, her screen name over here when she hangs out with Tarot Lumination is Precious Moments, right? There she goes. And her name is Trinity Ann. I don't remember the names of the kids. And there's two ways that are effective to help to support her with any kind of donations that anybody feels like doing. There's really not much point in doing anything with the super chat here because that money comes to the channel and then it takes months or weeks to process. Half the time, YouTube never pays me anyway. It's that bad. So if I did get the funds, it would take a long time to get to her, and the YouTube would take a very big percentage of that. Anyway, I see your extra notes there, Necessary. It says here, yes, it should be interactive live so people can ask questions and provide solutions. Sometimes solutions aren't always monetary. It could be life coaching, job ideas, legal advice, etc. You're absolutely right, Necessary. I have to think about the technical stuff. I can definitely do an interactive but the technology for me to do that is currently beyond my scope. I can do a live interactive with Precious, and that could be recorded. Then I could load that on to the video, but there would be no interaction with the audience, which is very frustrating, of course. Anyway, just for the time being, like I said, this is going to be just a really short video. This is her email. I want to send you her email. Trinity N _2 at hotmail.com. Now, I'm pretty certain that Trinity has like a PayPal ability. So if people want to, they can send PayPal directly to this email address, like so. And make sure you use friends and family as the vehicle for sending. It's not a business. This is not a business, okay? You don't have to do PayPal Pro or anything like that. The other way is what's called Zelle. I've used this myself. It's another payment processing system. And you again, I can't help much here, but you have to do your own homework. But if you don't have a Zelle function, what it is, it's very similar to PayPal in that you can go to Zelle and create an account and link up your bank or accounts and whatever directly to Zelle, and from there you can activate a Zelle payment and send it over in this direction, okay? So that's the other way to do it. Excuse me. I'm going to move this up just a tiny bit so people can have a closer look. Okay, this is, like I said, this is just a mini awareness, PSA type of thing, public service announcement regarding trying to get some funds over to Precious Moments. Okay, that's her name, Trinity Ann. That's her screen name on the chat. It's Precious Moments. She's been with the channel a long time. Most of you know her. If you don't know her, if you've never done anything like this before, you can still participate. This is her email, Trinity Ann, TRINITYANNE _2 at hotmail.com. And I know that she can receive PayPal, and I know that she can receive Zelle. Those are really about the only two ways to do it that I know of at this moment. Okay? All right, let's see over here. Yep. I'm just putting this out there. This is going to be just a very short video. I hope some people out there see it. If you've got a fat wallet and plenty to spare, and you're looking for something good to do, basically what would happen is this: whatever funds are raised, I think the goal is to reach about $1,000 or $2,000. It's a lot of money. And that would allow her to get ready to put a deposit down on new housing. Frankly, I feel that the property owners should take some responsibility in getting her rehoused. And in theory, the owners are supposed to rehabilitate the whole place for fresh new occupancy. And my personal belief is that Precious Moments should automatically have what's called first refusal on the property. In other words, it's like they have to give the property to her at the market rate for whatever it is for the rent. Personally, I think they should also compensate her for all the losses and expenses incurred while having to be out of the apartment. Now, some will argue, well, she should never have refused the injection if she's a mother of 3 people. Well, there are millions and millions of people who actually, for whatever reasons, do not trust the federal government or the injections for whatever reason, and they refuse to take them. And a lot of people across the world have gone through similar losses and sacrifices, just like Precious Moments. And it was probably a very tough thing for her, because look, like it had this cascading effect. Like, she refused the injection, so she was laid off without pay. Okay, and then a short while after that, the apartment falls to pieces. So that qualifies as a cascade of SHIT. So now she's in this situation. Maybe if she had taken the jab and stayed at work, maybe it would just be the apartment that fell apart, but she'd still have income. But no, that's not what happened. There you go. Hey, Robin, I see you. Yeah, again, sorry, there are millions of people, and I personally know a whole bunch of people who did receive the jabs, and they seriously regret it now, because some of the people are sicker than ever before they were before the jab. Sorry. Anyway, I don't want to get onto some very awkward subjects, because it's hard enough trying to talk about these subject matters as it is. Now, this right now is a live stream, but when I wrap it up here in a few moments, it will just process and turn into just another regular video on the channel, okay? Why doesn't she sell her car? I don't know if she has a car. Maybe she does. So, yeah. Right now, I don't know what else I can do except for this event right now, just to bring some awareness. I know, like, proper fundraisers, they have things like gifts and prizes and opportunities for the donors and so on. I just haven't got that far. I used to do things similar to that, but I got shut down on my channel for doing those kinds of things, which, I don't know, didn't make sense to me, but that's what happened. Shopaholic. Hello, Shopaholic. I'm not doing any readings right now or anything like that. I'm not going to do an astrodoodle or anything. This is just purely a public service announcement to bring people into awareness that Precious Moments is in a whole pile of mess at the moment and needs help. Okay? So I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah, yeah, I got shut down. My channel was, I don't want to talk about that. Yeah, there are a lot of YouTube channels that have been demonetized and censored and blocked since whatever happened to me. I got demolished at the end of 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I've been living with a very kind of crippled, disabled little channel for years now. I'm still here, but it's almost impossible to grow. Otherwise, yeah, I would be growing it. Anyway, it's all about the algorithms and whether you fit the social engineering ideals, all of that kind of stuff, which apparently I don't. But anyway, this video is not about me or my channel. It's about Precious Moments. So again, you'll just, if you go back to the beginning of the video, you'll see within a few minutes, you'll see everything you need to help PayPal or Zelle money over to Precious Moments. Chances are I'm going to come back again and do something like what Necessary was talking about. See if I can get some more awareness, build up some more momentum, help Precious to get more help. Okay? So that's it for now. I'm going to say toodaloo and leave it at that. And I wish you all a blessed day, okay? Remember, be loving, be loved. It's a simple formula. Simple's not easy, but it's true and it works, okay?